What's up everyone? So today I'm starting a new series. I'm not sure how many videos it's going to go for, but it's going to be basically a bunch of 5-minute episodes where I talk about people who I find inspirational. So today, for the first person we're doing Alex Honnold. And for those of you who don't know who Alex Honnold is, he is one of the world's best free solo rock climbers, which means he climbs without a rope. And his most notable climb was the free soloing of El Capitan. Here's a picture of Alex Honnold. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys may have recognized him. There's 2 films that he is involved in. There's The Alpinist and then his personal movie, Free Solo, which was directed by Jimmy Chin and won an Oscar. So first, let's just talk about Alex Honnold. So he started climbing at a pretty young age. In one of his books, he said he started at about 15, and he learned everything he did from a poster with his dad watching him and one of his friends climb through trees while sitting in a station wagon. And Alex first started to climb in an unsafe manner. One of his first things he did an ice climb where he'd never done an ice climb before, didn't have any of the right equipment, and yeah, things went bad, real bad, and he couldn't make it up, so he slid back down. And any who's ever glissade before, you get out of control pretty easily. Got out of control, hit a rock, passed out, called his mom. Yeah, just terrible thing. He had to get airlifted out. But eventually, Alex Honnold learned, and then he started free soloing big walls such as Moonlight Buttress, Half Dome, and of course El Capitan. And he's also set a lot of first ascents and speed records on multiple climbs. An interesting thing about it, when he did his Half Dome climb, it was interesting because no one really thought he'd just climbed Half Dome. He made it to the top, all sweaty, but he didn't have any of the climbing equipment, so people just thought some guy just ran up here barefoot. But no, he climbed up the thing, taken off his climbing shoes, and was hiking back down. Which, that's just crazy. Imagine climbing up all that way. Just people be like, I don't really care. What'd you do? So yes, Alex Honnold did climb Half Dome, and no one cared. But then people started to realize that he had climbed it, and they were impressed. And now, let's talk about the big climb Alex Honnold did. Free soloing El Capitan. If you've seen a picture of El Capitan, it looks absolutely terrifying. And I mean terrifying. It's a 3,000-foot wall that's basically vertical. Some parts go overhangs. It just looks terrifying. And imagine climbing that without a rope 3,000 feet in Yosemite National Park. So that's California. It's hot there. Because that is in the fun part about Yosemite is they do most of their climbing in October, which is why they call it Rocktober, because it's too hot the rest of the year. But before this time, Alex spent almost a decade preparing for the climb. He climbed it over 15 times and kept a log of all the pitches and everything, so he knew exactly what he had to do. He knew there was this pitch called the boulder problem. He knew there was this pitch that felt like glass. He knew everything that he had to do. He did exercises like there was one thing where he was basically standing and he had to kick his leg out and to hit something, and if he missed it, he'd fall to his death. Very technical climbing. But he did a ton of preparation besides climbing El Capitan a bunch of times. He traveled to do other pitches similar to El Capitan, so he knew what he was going to get into. But the most important thing he did is before he was planning to do the climb, him and a few people traveled to Morocco to do a bunch of climbing. One of the biggest things he did for training is there was a day where he climbed 3 massive walls all in one day, which climbing one big wall in a day is impressive. 3, which is crazy because part of the thing about climbing, what you climb up, you have to hike back down the backside or rappel down, which is a lot of work. But then he finally did his El Capitan climb. It actually took him kind of 2 attempts. He got up and started one of them and then back down, so he had to do it twice. And then on June 3rd, 2017, at 9:38, Alex Honnold became the first person to ever climb El Capitan. And the best part about this is, as I said before, it was filmed. And that was an incredibly hard job because some of the filmers literally said, we may video Alex's death, which that'd just be extremely difficult. And now that's basically about Alex Honnold, and the whole point of this video is just tell you about a cool person named Alex Honnold and how much he trains. So now here's a few seconds of video about Alex Honnold, just him finishing that climb from the movie Free Solo. And I know I'm going over my 5 minutes. Eventually, these things will get down to 5 minutes. But for the first one, it's going to be a bit longer, more like 6-7 minutes when you include the video. But I hope you enjoy this series, because I hope to make a lot of them. Have a great day, and peace out.
It's over now.